So last time we talked, Autumn Kealoha, the heir of my legacy challenge, celebrated the birthday of her sister, Nicole Volkov, as she aged up to a young adult before visiting her soulmate, Zayden Kibo. The two of them officially entering a romantic relationship and woohooing for the first time. While her wife, Shanna Kealoha, sought help for her mental health, her brother Clint experimented with music production, and her parents, Alexis and Christopher Volkov, enjoyed their second day of vacationing in Mount Komorebi. After Raging Waters lost her virginity to her now boyfriend Zayden, she felt as happy as can be, and decided she would stay with him in his bed for the rest of the day and improve her woohoo skills. At home, Shanna was mentally and physically drained and decided to sleep the morning away, while her wife and our heir Autumn was really getting used to the convenience of having a spellcaster as a wife. These potions were the shit. Maybe magic wasn't so scary after all. Her son Sage had woken up from his slumber, calmly waiting for his mama to come upstairs and give him a bottle. Today would be an eventful day for both Autumn and Sage, because today Autumn would be helping her son increase his motor skills, trying tummy time for the first time ever. She fed Sage, burped him, and then placed him on the floor right next to his room and the gigantic meat wall, Aunt Nicole briefly coming over to watch. Sage was definitely struggling at first, and Autumn was starting to feel slightly bad for putting him through this, but she had to stay strong. This was necessary and good for him. After some time, he was starting to get it. Way to go, my woohoo trophy. He would fall down, then push himself back up, then fall back down, then push himself back up. Autumn thought Sage made a lot of progress during his first tummy time session, and didn't push him any harder when he got fussy. They have plenty of time to practice, and she didn't want her wife Shanna to miss these precious moments. Emo Clint had been practicing guitar and music production a lot lately, and was ready to try something new. He created a beat all on his own, and decided he was going to create a song out of it and upload it to SoundCloud. He didn't expect it to go viral or anything, but maybe he would get a few listeners. I don't even know who Edward is trying to call, but we won't be picking up. Nicole was using her parents' vacation as an opportunity to invite her vampire fiancé, Caleb Vatore, over to hang out. She hadn't seen him in a while and missed him dearly. She wanted to become his wife already and begin her life with him, but there was still something she needed to take care of. Alexis and Chris had no idea about Caleb, let alone her being engaged to him. Well, look at Sawyer Oklo, who I most definitely did not forget about and is technically the first child of Generation 3 and not Nina Volkov, getting some play. But Nicole wasn't going to think about her parents. This was her opportunity to spend time with her love near her house without having to worry about Chris seeing them, and she would take full advantage. Robert De Niro having to go to the doctor after banging Zayden for the first time was definitely not something I wanted to see. And Shanna and Caleb are fighting now and glitching. They've never even met. Can someone give poor Shanna a break? Roadhouse was diagnosed with sleep disorder. No wonder she had no problem stalking Zayden at his apartment all night 2 episodes ago. After beating Caleb's ass, Shanna was not only due for her postpartum appointment, but she also failed at making a potion again. You are really not helping your case, Shanna. Why is it always the Sims that look like a toe coming after my Sims? Nicole didn't care. She had other things on her mind. Things that had to do with Caleb's popsicle, since her siblings, sister-in-law, and nephew were home. She didn't want to get Wicked in the house, all boring and silent. She took him to the top of Moonwood Cliff to give him a preview of what their married life would look like. Dang Nicole girl, you freaky. When they were done, the two lovebirds caught up, and Caleb was curious about what they'd talked about the last time they saw each other in person. Her mood swings. She told her fiancé that they weren't as bad lately, but it's also unpredictable. She's fine 1 second, and then a complete disaster the next. She hated it, and was starting to hate this curse brought upon her. Sure, Every werewolf in her family has their moments, but most of them seem to handle their temperaments well. She had no hope when it came to hers. She felt guilty for saying this out loud, but sometimes she wished she wasn't born a werewolf. Caleb told his fiancé that she shouldn't feel guilty. It seems so stressful, but luckily for her, he knew of a way to get rid of the curse. Nicole was skeptical. She thought that if you were born a wolf, you would stay one forever, but Caleb, as old as he is, told her that she was mistaken, and it requires something that was right beside them, the moon petal. Caleb explained to Nicole that once you harvest the moon petal on a full moon, you can use it to make a drink called Wolf Begone, the ultimate werewolf cure. Unfortunately, Caleb didn't know if it required other ingredients, since he is unable to decipher werewolf texts. Perhaps if Nicole goes to the library and reads some werewolf books herself, she may be able to figure it out. Nicole was in disbelief. Never once did she consider a cure for werewolfism existing. This was spectacular news. She was so grateful for her fiancé Caleb for telling her all of this, and as soon as he would leave, she would get started on figuring out how to make this cure. It may break Chris's heart, but she was not destined for this life. She was ready to let it go and start a new one, a human one, with Caleb.